Tonight, we journey back in time. Back beyond the noise of the modern world. Beyond glowing city lights, busy highways, and endless notifications. Beyond the rise of nations whose names fill our history books. Tonight, we travel to a kingdom that once stood among the greatest powers on earth, yet somehow slipped through the cracks of memory. A kingdom of mountain peaks and stone giants. A kingdom of merchants, sailors, kings, and dreamers. A kingdom that watched empires rise and fall while carving its own extraordinary story into the ancient world. And before our journey ends tonight, we'll uncover one of the most remarkable truths about Aksum, a fascinating piece of its legacy that many people have never heard before, even those who love history. It is a detail that changes the way we see ancient Africa and its place in the story of human civilization. So stay with me until the very end. For now, allow your breathing to slow. Let your shoulders relax. Let the weight of the day gently drift away. The world can wait a little while longer. There is nowhere you need to be. Nothing you need to solve. Only the quiet rhythm of history unfolding around you. Imagine yourself standing on a mountain ridge nearly 2,000 years ago. The air is cool. The sky is impossibly clear. Far below, valleys stretch toward the horizon. The first light of dawn brushes across the highlands of East Africa. In the distance, great stone monuments rise from the earth. Silent. Ancient. Watching. A traveler stands beside you. His sandals are dusty from weeks of walking. His clothes carry the scent of distant ports and desert winds. He has crossed the Red Sea. He has sailed dangerous waters. He has followed trade routes that connect continents. And now, as he gazes upon the city before him, he understands he has arrived somewhere extraordinary. This is Aksum, a place that ancient writers once described with admiration. A kingdom whose wealth reached across oceans. A kingdom that minted its own gold coins when few civilizations could. A kingdom whose influence stretched from the African interior to the shores of Arabia. A kingdom that would eventually become one of the earliest Christian states in human history. Yet today, despite all of its achievements, many people have never heard its name. That is one of history's quietest tragedies. Not that civilizations disappear. Every civilization eventually changes. Every kingdom eventually fades. The true tragedy is when their stories fade with them. When the voices of millions of people slowly disappear beneath the dust of centuries. When their triumphs are forgotten. When their struggles are overlooked. When their dreams are left behind. Tonight, we will bring those voices back. Not through legends. Not through myths. But through the discoveries of archaeologists. Through ancient inscriptions carved into stone. Through coins recovered from forgotten ruins. Through the careful work of historians who have spent generations piecing together the story of this remarkable civilization. Together, we will walk through bustling markets filled with ivory, gold, incense, and exotic goods gathered from distant lands. We will watch merchants negotiate beneath the scorching sun as ships arrive from foreign shores carrying cargo from worlds separated by thousands of miles. We will stand beneath towering stone monuments so massive that even modern engineers marvel at how they were created. We will witness the rise of powerful kings whose influence reached far beyond their mountain homeland. We will explore the moment Aksum embraced a new faith and changed its future forever. And eventually, we will discover how one of the ancient world's greatest kingdoms slowly slipped into history's shadows. Not through a single catastrophe. Not through one dramatic battle. But through the quiet, often heartbreaking passage of time itself. There is something deeply human about that story. Because kingdoms are not so different from us. They are born. They grow. They flourish. They dream. And eventually, they must face change. The stones of Aksum still stand today, weathered by centuries of wind and rain, silent witnesses to generations long gone. And if those stones could speak, they would tell us stories of ambition and faith, of courage and uncertainty, of people who laughed, loved, feared, hoped, and wondered about the future just as we do. Perhaps that is why history speaks so deeply to us. Not because it tells us about people who were different, but because it reminds us how similar we truly are. Across centuries, across cultures, across the vast distances of time. Before we continue, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever heard of the Kingdom of Aksum before tonight? Or is this your very first introduction to one of history's most overlooked civilizations? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this peaceful journey through the ancient world, consider subscribing to Serene Echoes for more stories designed to help you relax, unwind, and gently drift into sleep while discovering the wonders of our shared past. Now, the sun is beginning to rise over the Ethiopian Highlands. The mountains glow with shades of gold. The distant city awakens. The story is about to begin. So settle in, get comfortable, and let history whisper softly through the darkness as we enter the lost kingdom of Aksum. The people who lived in these highlands understood the value of their homeland. The mountains offered protection. The fertile soil provided food. Seasonal rains supported agriculture. These conditions created stability. And stability is often where civilizations begin. Generation after generation, communities settled here. Villages expanded. Knowledge passed from parents to children. People learned how to farm more effectively, manage water, and survive difficult seasons. History often celebrates rulers. But civilizations are built by ordinary people. Farmers, craftsmen, herders, families working to create a better future. As centuries passed, villages became increasingly connected. Paths turned into trade routes. Ideas traveled alongside goods. Knowledge spread. The highlands were no longer isolated communities. Something larger was beginning to emerge. Archaeological evidence shows that this region was already connected to the wider world. Trade crossed the Red Sea. Ideas moved between Africa and Arabia. Merchants carried goods from one shore to another. Cultures met and influenced one another. For many years, some historians assumed that Aksum's achievements came largely from outsiders. Modern archaeology tells a different story. While foreign influences certainly existed, scholars now recognize that Aksum emerged primarily from local African cultures. Its roots were firmly planted in these highlands. Its growth came from generations of local innovation and resilience. Imagine standing in one of these settlements as evening falls. Families gather around small fires. Stories are shared. Laughter drifts into the darkness. Above them, countless stars fill the sky. None of these people know what the future holds. Yet the foundations of a great civilization are already being laid. Through ordinary lives. Through daily work. Through countless small choices repeated across generations. Little by little, communities grow larger. Leadership becomes more organized. Trade becomes more sophisticated. Resources become more concentrated. The building blocks of statehood slowly come together. Archaeologists have uncovered pottery, tools, settlements, and agricultural evidence that reveal this transformation. Each artifact offers a glimpse into lives otherwise forgotten. As the centuries pass, settlements grow larger, networks grow stronger, and connections spread farther. A new power is emerging among the mountains. A civilization that will one day command major trade routes and influence regions far beyond its homeland. The mountains of the Horn of Africa are beginning to stir. The small farming communities we left behind are no longer isolated. The paths connecting neighboring villages are growing busier. Travelers appear more frequently along dusty trails. Merchants arrive from distant lands carrying unfamiliar goods and stories. And with them comes one of history's most powerful forces. Trade. Not conquest. Not war. But trade. The simple exchange of goods, ideas, and opportunities. Tonight, as we continue our journey through the rise of Aksum, we enter a world that is becoming increasingly connected. A world where distant horizons no longer feel quite so distant. Imagine standing on a hillside nearly 2,000 years ago. Below, a caravan winds through the valley. Donkeys and camels carry valuable cargo. Some travelers come from neighboring regions. Others arrive from Arabia or lands beyond the Red Sea. Each carries something valuable. Not only goods, but knowledge, languages, beliefs. Every trade route is also a road for ideas. And Aksum is rapidly becoming one of the ancient world's most important crossroads. Its location is nearly perfect. To the east lies the Red Sea, one of antiquity's great maritime highways. Beyond it stand Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean world. To the south and west lie regions rich in resources sought by foreign merchants. Aksum sits between these worlds. Not on the edge of civilization, but at the center of major trade networks. This challenges a common misconception about ancient Africa. Many imagine isolated societies separated from global events. The reality was far different. Goods crossed continents. Ships crossed seas. Merchants traveled enormous distances. And Aksum stood directly in the path of this movement. One remarkable source, the Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, offers a glimpse into this world. Written by a Greek-speaking merchant in the 1st century AD, it describes thriving trade routes across the Red Sea and Indian Ocean. Within its pages, Aksum appears as a place of growing importance. A region actively engaged in international commerce. Imagine arriving at one of Aksum's trading centers. Merchants negotiate prices. Porters carry heavy loads. Languages blend together in a constant hum of conversation. Everywhere goods change hands. Ivory, gold, animal skins, incense, agricultural products. Some of these items will travel thousands of miles. Ivory may reach wealthy homes in Rome. Incense may be burned in distant temples. Gold from the African interior may pass through countless hands before becoming jewelry in a faraway city. The world is connected by invisible threads, and Aksum is helping weave them together. Perhaps nowhere was this more visible than at Adulis. During Aksum's rise, it became one of the most important ports on the Red Sea. Ships arrived from Arabia, Egypt, and regions linked to India through vast maritime networks. The harbor buzzed with activity. Goods were unloaded. Cargo was inspected. Merchants conducted business beneath the coastal sun. Adulis served as a gateway between continents. A place where cultures met and wealth flowed in every direction. It is difficult to overstate how important this trade became. Trade generated wealth. Wealth strengthened political authority. Stability encouraged further trade. The cycle reinforced itself year after year. As the kingdom prospered, cities expanded and leaders consolidated power. Yet perhaps the most important cargo passing through Aksum was not gold or ivory. It was ideas, new technologies, new beliefs, new ways of seeing the world. Civilizations rarely grow in complete isolation. The most successful societies learn, adapt, and innovate. Aksum became exceptionally good at this. It absorbed outside influences while maintaining its own identity. That balance became one of its greatest strengths. The people of Aksum were not passive participants in international trade. They were skilled merchants, administrators, and leaders who understood the opportunities before them. And they seized them. As prosperity increased, so did ambition. Cities grew larger. Buildings became more impressive. Resources accumulated. The foundations of a powerful state became increasingly visible. For ordinary people, these changes transformed daily life. Markets expanded. Goods became more diverse. New opportunities emerged. The benefits of trade rippled through society. Yet despite all this change, the mountains remained the same. The same winds crossed the highlands. The same stars shone overhead. History often appears dramatic when viewed from afar. But for those living through it, change arrived gradually. One caravan at a time. One ship at a time. One opportunity at a time. And so Aksum continued to rise. Its reputation spread beyond its borders. Foreign merchants spoke of its wealth. Travelers described its growing influence. The kingdom hidden among the mountains was no longer hidden. The wider world was beginning to notice. And this was only the beginning. Because wealth brings ambition. Influence attracts power. And soon, the rulers of Aksum would leave behind monuments so extraordinary that they would astonish visitors for centuries. Stone giants rising above the landscape. Symbols of a civilization entering its golden age. If this chapter fascinated you, let me know below. And if you're still awake and enjoying this journey, leave a crescent moon in the comments. Now, the ships continue to arrive. The markets continue to grow. The kingdom continues to prosper. And on the horizon, the great monuments of Aksum are beginning to rise. The wealth of Aksum is growing. Caravans arrive from distant lands. Ships fill the harbors. Markets overflow with goods from across continents. Gold moves through the kingdom. Ideas flow through its cities. Power settles firmly into the hands of its rulers. And with prosperity comes a question every great civilization eventually faces. How do you make greatness endure? How do you leave a message for future generations? The rulers of Aksum answered with stone. Not ordinary stone, but some of the most ambitious monuments of the ancient world. Tonight, we enter the city of giants. Imagine approaching Aksum nearly 1700 years ago. The road climbs through fertile highlands. In the distance, strange shapes rise against the sky. As you draw closer, they reveal themselves. Massive towers of carved stone. Silent. Towering. Unforgettable. These monuments are known as stelae. Today they remain among Africa's greatest archaeological treasures. Some stood higher than a modern 7-story building. Many were carved from a single block of granite and transported from distant quarries. No engines. No steel cranes. No modern machinery. Only skill, planning, and human determination. Even today, their construction inspires wonder. How were they moved? How were they raised? The exact methods remain debated. Yet the achievement itself is undeniable. The largest known stela is believed to have exceeded 30 meters in height and weighed hundreds of tons. But these monuments were more than demonstrations of engineering. Many were carefully carved to resemble multi-story buildings. Windows, doors, and architectural details were etched into their surfaces. Historians believe they marked elaborate underground tombs belonging to powerful rulers. In a sense, they served as bridges between the living and the dead. Monuments proclaiming that a king's influence would endure beyond his lifetime. Imagine the impression they must have made on ancient visitors. One glance was enough to understand that Aksum was no ordinary kingdom. These stone giants announced wealth, organization, and confidence. They told the world that Aksum possessed both the resources and ambition to attempt what few societies could. Their construction required extraordinary coordination. Quarry workers cut the stone. Craftsmen shaped it. Laborers transported it. Leaders organized the effort. Every stage demanded precision. The stelae revealed far more than engineering skill. They reveal a society capable of mobilizing people and resources on a remarkable scale. That tells us something important. Civilizations build monuments when they feel confident in their future. The stelae of Aksum are declarations of that confidence carved into stone. Around them stood palaces, administrative buildings, religious centers, markets, and homes. Aksum was not simply a collection of monuments. It was a thriving city. Imagine walking its streets at the height of its power. Merchants negotiate prices. Craftsmen shape metal and stone. Officials oversee affairs of state. Children run through crowded pathways. Life fills every corner of the city. And above it all stand the stelae, watching silently as generations come and go. Perhaps the most remarkable part of this story is that many survive to this day. Some have fallen. Others have suffered damage from time and earthquakes. Yet enough remain to inspire awe nearly 2,000 years later. They challenge old assumptions about the ancient world. They remind us that extraordinary achievements emerged across many civilizations. Not only in Rome, not only in Greece, not only in Egypt, but in Aksum as well. A kingdom in the African highlands that mastered trade, engineering, architecture, and statecraft while building monuments that still command attention today. As evening falls, the shadows of the stelae stretch across the ground. Golden light washes over carved stone. For a moment, the city feels timeless. The kings who commissioned these monuments are gone. The workers who carved them are gone. The travelers who once stood in awe before them are gone. Yet the stone remains. Patient. Silent. Enduring. Perhaps that is the true power of monuments. They allow the dreams of a civilization to outlive the people who built them. If this part of the story fascinated you, let me know below. And if you're still awake and enjoying this peaceful journey through history, leave a crescent moon in the comments. Now, as the shadows lengthen across the city of giants, Aksum approaches the height of its power. Its rulers command wealth. Its monuments inspire awe. Its influence spreads across continents. Soon, a new symbol of that power will appear. Small enough to fit in the palm of a hand, yet powerful enough to carry Aksum's name across the ancient world. The age of kings and coins is about to begin. The stone giants still stand over the city. Their shadows stretch across the highlands. Merchants fill the markets. Ships arrive at distant ports. Caravans travel routes linking Africa to the wider world. Aksum is no longer an emerging kingdom. It has become a major power. Its influence reaches far beyond the mountains where it was born. Yet power is not enough to possess. It must be recognized. The rulers of Aksum understood this. and they found a remarkable way to carry their name across the ancient world. A coin. Tonight, we enter the age of kings and coins. Imagine standing in a busy market during Aksum's golden age. Traders display goods from distant regions. Voices fill the air. Metalworkers carefully shape pieces of gold and silver. Their work is more than currency. It is a statement, a symbol of authority. Every coin tells a story, and the coins of Aksum tell an extraordinary one. When archaeologists uncover them today, they find more than precious metal. They find royal portraits, ancient inscriptions, forgotten names, direct messages from the past. Few African kingdoms of the ancient world produced large quantities of their own coinage. Aksum did. That achievement required wealth, organization, and technical skill. It reflected a kingdom confident in its future. Imagine holding one of these coins. Gold catches the sunlight. The face of a king stares back across the centuries. The message is simple. This kingdom is prosperous. This kingdom is organized. This kingdom matters. Coinage transformed trade throughout the ancient world. It made exchange easier and helped connect distant regions. Every coin that entered circulation carried the reputation of the kingdom that produced it. Some Aksumite coins traveled astonishing distances. They moved through networks linking Africa, Arabia, and the Mediterranean. A merchant who had never seen Aksum could still hold proof of its existence in the palm of his hand. Behind these coins stood ambitious rulers determined to expand their influence. Among them, one name stands above most others: King Ezana. He ruled during the 4th century AD, when Aksum reached extraordinary heights. Under his leadership, the kingdom expanded its influence, strengthened its authority, and left behind some of the most valuable records in Aksumite history. Unlike many ancient rulers, Ezana left inscriptions carved in stone. Because of them, historians can glimpse his world with unusual clarity. His inscriptions record victories, achievements, and the growing confidence of the kingdom. One particularly fascinating detail is that some were written in multiple languages. This reveals how connected Aksum had become. The kingdom was communicating with different peoples across a wider world. At the height of its power, Aksum earned a reputation far beyond Africa. Some ancient observers regarded it as one of the great powers of the known world. Consider that for a moment. While Rome dominated the Mediterranean and Persia controlled vast territories to the east, Aksum stood among the influential states of its age. Not as an isolated kingdom, but as an active participant in international affairs. It remains one of history's most overlooked achievements. Aksum challenges assumptions about the ancient world. Its story reminds us that remarkable civilizations flourished across Africa long before many people realize. As evening settles over the kingdom, markets begin to close. Families gather for meals. The sounds of the city gradually soften. Above the rooftops, the great stelae still stand watch. Coins continue their journeys through distant trade networks. Messengers carry news across the kingdom. And somewhere within the royal palace, King Ezana considers the future. He cannot know that centuries later, historians will study his inscriptions and archaeologists will recover his coins. Yet through those discoveries, his world still speaks to us today. For a time, Aksum seemed unstoppable. Its wealth was immense. Its influence was growing. Its future appeared bright. But history has a way of surprising even the strongest kingdoms. Soon, a different force will begin to reshape Aksum. Not trade. Not conquest. But faith. A transformation whose echoes can still be heard across the Ethiopian Highlands today. If this chapter fascinated you, let me know below. And if you're still awake and enjoying this peaceful journey through history, leave a crescent moon in the comments. Now, the stars begin to appear above the highlands. The markets fall silent. The city rests. And a new chapter in Aksum's story is about to unfold. One that will change the kingdom forever. The night has settled gently over Aksum. The markets are quiet. The merchants have returned home. The great stone monuments stand beneath a sky filled with stars. For a moment, everything feels peaceful. Yet beneath this calm surface, a transformation is beginning. Not a transformation of trade or wealth, but a transformation of belief. And few forces have shaped human history more deeply than faith. Tonight, we explore one of the most important turning points in the story of Aksum. The moment a powerful African kingdom embraced Christianity. Imagine walking through Aksum during the 4th century AD. The city is thriving. Trade routes continue to bring prosperity. The authority of the king remains strong. The great monuments still dominate the landscape. To most people, life appears stable. Yet history often changes quietly. A traveler arrives. A conversation begins. A new idea takes root. According to historical tradition, one of the key figures in this transformation was a man named Frumentius. Though some details remain debated, historians generally agree that he eventually gained influence within the royal court and helped introduce Christian ideas to the kingdom. Christianity was still a relatively young faith. Across parts of the Roman world, it was spreading rapidly. Churches were growing. New communities of believers were emerging. And now those ideas were reaching Aksum. Not through conquest. Not through force. But through gradual influence. At the center of this transformation stood King Ezana. The same ruler whose coins circulated across international trade routes. The same king whose inscriptions recorded his achievements. Evidence suggests that during his reign, Aksum officially embraced Christianity. One of the strongest clues comes from Ezana's own inscriptions. Earlier texts reflect traditional beliefs. Later inscriptions contain Christian language and symbolism. The change is visible in the historical record. The kingdom's coins changed as well. Earlier designs featured older religious symbols. Later coins displayed the Christian cross. A small image, yet a powerful message. Every coin announced that Aksum was entering a new era. As Christianity spread, churches appeared across the kingdom. Religious communities grew. New traditions took root. Ancient beliefs did not disappear overnight. Instead, generations gradually adapted to a changing spiritual landscape. What makes this story especially remarkable is its timing. Aksum became a Christian kingdom centuries before many parts of Northern Europe adopted the faith. Long before Christianity became dominant in many regions associated with it today, it was already firmly established in the Ethiopian Highlands. The story reminds us how interconnected the ancient world truly was. Ideas traveled across seas and deserts just as goods traveled through trade networks. And Aksum stood at the crossroads of those exchanges. Yet Christianity became more than a religion. It became part of the kingdom's identity. Part of its art. Part of its culture. Part of how people understood themselves and their place in the world. Imagine entering one of the early churches. Sunlight filters through stone walls. Voices echo softly through the interior. Worshippers gather in prayer. Outside, the mountains remain unchanged. The same winds cross the highlands. The same stars shine overhead. Yet something within the kingdom has shifted. A new spiritual landscape has emerged. And unlike many political changes, this transformation would endure. Centuries would pass. Kings would come and go. Trade routes would change. Empires would rise and fall. Yet the Christian traditions established during this era would survive. Generation after generation. There is something deeply moving about that. Civilizations are often remembered for monuments, wealth, and military victories. But faith speaks to something more personal. The hopes people carry. The meaning they seek. The comfort they find in uncertain times. The people of Aksum searched for those things just as we do today. As historians study this period, they continue piecing together its story through inscriptions, coins, and surviving records. Some questions remain unanswered, but enough evidence survives to reveal one of the most significant transformations in African history. As dawn approaches, the stone monuments still dominate the landscape. The kingdom remains prosperous. Its future appears bright. Yet challenges are beginning to gather beyond the horizon. Trade networks are shifting. Regional powers are changing. The golden age of Aksum will not last forever. No kingdoms does. But the faith embraced during this era will outlive the empire itself. Long after political power fades. Long after kings are forgotten. The spiritual legacy of Aksum will endure. And that may be its most extraordinary achievement of all. If this chapter fascinated you, let me know below. And if you're still awake and enjoying this peaceful journey through history, leave a crescent moon in the comments. Now, the first light of morning touches the distant mountains. The churches stand beside the ancient monuments. The kingdom enters a new age. Yet beyond the horizon, unseen forces are beginning to reshape the world. And soon, Aksum will face its greatest challenge. The long, quiet decline is about to begin. The first light of dawn spreads across the highlands. Soft golden rays touch the stone monuments of Aksum. The churches stand quietly beneath the morning sky. Farmers begin their daily work. Merchants prepare their goods. The kingdom appears strong, enduring. If you were living in Aksum during its height, you might have believed it would last forever. Many civilizations have inspired the same confidence. Yet history teaches a different lesson. Nothing lasts forever. Not kingdoms. Not empires. Not even the greatest civilizations. Everything changes. And tonight, we enter one of the most emotional chapters in the story of Aksum. Not because it is filled with catastrophe, but because it reminds us how even great achievements can slowly fade with time. Imagine standing on a hillside overlooking the city. The great stelae still rise from the earth. The churches still welcome worshippers. The markets still buzz with activity. At first glance, nothing seems wrong. But civilizations rarely collapse overnight. Change often arrives gradually. Historians who study Aksum emphasize that there was no single event that ended the kingdom. No final battle. No sudden destruction. Instead, Aksum faced a series of long-term challenges. One of the most important involved trade. For centuries, international commerce fueled the kingdom's prosperity. Merchants connected Africa, Arabia, and the Mediterranean world. Wealth flowed through Aksum's cities. But trade routes are constantly changing. As new powers emerged and political conditions shifted, some commercial networks lost importance. Routes that once brought wealth gradually declined. The effects were subtle. Yet over generations they became significant. The kingdom that once sat at the center of major trade networks found itself increasingly removed from some of the currents that had helped make it prosperous. Environmental pressures may also have contributed. Some scholars suggest that changing land use, agriculture, and deforestation created long-term challenges. Others urge caution, noting that the evidence remains incomplete. What historians generally agree upon is that prosperous societies depend on healthy agricultural foundations. When those foundations weaken, difficulties often follow. Political changes added further pressure. New regional powers emerged. Old alliances shifted. The balance of influence throughout the region evolved. Like every civilization, Aksum was connected to a larger world and could not remain untouched by those changes. Yet perhaps the most fascinating aspect of Aksum's decline is how gradual it appears to have been. Life continued. People still married. Children were still born. Farmers still worked their fields. Religious communities continued their traditions. The kingdom did not suddenly vanish. It transformed. And transformation can sometimes feel more emotional than destruction, because it mirrors our own lives. The familiar slowly becomes unfamiliar. And one day we realize the world has changed. That was the experience of Aksum. The monuments remained. The churches remained. The people remained. But the political and economic landscape surrounding them slowly shifted. Imagine walking through the city generations after its golden age. The stone giants still stand. Yet some roads are quieter. Some buildings have fallen into disrepair. The energy of earlier centuries feels more distant. Not gone. Just quieter. Like an echo fading across the mountains. And still, life goes on. Perhaps that is the most important lesson of all. History is not only about rise and fall. It is also about resilience. People adapt. Communities endure. Cultures survive. Even when political power fades. The descendants of Aksum remained in the region. Their traditions survived. Their faith survived. Their cultural influence survived. The empire weakened, but its legacy endured. As centuries passed, centers of power shifted deeper into the Ethiopian Highlands. New leaders emerged. New chapters of history began. The age of Imperial Aksum faded into memory. Yet traces of its greatness remained. In religious traditions, in architecture, in language, in stories passed from one generation to the next, and in monuments that still stood against the sky. There is something deeply moving about that image. The kingdom is gone. Its rulers are gone. Its golden age has passed. Yet the stones remain, patiently watching, as though guarding the memory of a world that once existed. Perhaps that is why the story of Aksum continues to resonate today. Because it reminds us that greatness is not measured only by how long power lasts. Power fades. Empires crumble. But influence can endure. Ideas can endure. Faith can endure. Human achievements can echo across centuries long after their creators are gone. As evening settles once more over the highlands, the ancient kingdom grows quiet. The winds move gently across the mountains. The stars appear overhead. The monuments stand beneath the night sky. Silent witnesses to the passage of time. Witnesses to triumph. Witnesses to change. Witnesses to the simple truth that every civilization is part of a larger human story. If this chapter fascinated you, let me know below. And if you're still awake and enjoying this peaceful journey through history, leave a crescent moon in the comments. Now, the kingdom's political power has faded. The golden age has passed. Yet the story of Aksum is not over. Because sometimes a civilization's greatest legacy emerges not during its rise, but long after its decline. And in our final chapter, we will discover how the echoes of Aksum still whisper across the Ethiopian Highlands today. The night has returned to the highlands. The winds move softly through the mountains. Stars shimmer above the ancient landscape just as they did thousands of years ago. The great stone monuments stand quietly beneath the darkness. Their builders are gone. The kings who commanded their construction are gone. The merchants who once crossed deserts and seas to reach Aksum are gone. The empire itself has long since faded. And yet, something remains. Tonight, as our journey through the Kingdom of Aksum comes to an end, we arrive at perhaps the most important part of its story. Because this is not simply a story about a kingdom that disappeared. It is a story about a legacy that endured. Imagine standing among the ruins of Aksum at dawn. A cool breeze moves through the hills. Birdsong echoes across the landscape. For a moment, it almost feels as though the centuries have disappeared. Not because the kingdom still exists in its former power, but because its influence never truly vanished. The empire faded. Its political authority declined. Yet its people remained. Its traditions remained. Its faith remained. Its cultural identity remained. This is one of the most important lessons history teaches us. Civilizations rarely vanish overnight. They evolve. They leave pieces of themselves behind. Those pieces become part of new generations and new societies. Aksum was no exception. Its influence continued shaping the Ethiopian Highlands long after its imperial age had passed. Its legacy survived in religion, culture, language, and memory. Even today, visitors to Aksum often describe a feeling that history is still present there. The monuments remain. The churches remain. The mountains remain. The same landscape that nurtured one of Africa's greatest civilizations still rises toward the sky. And perhaps that continuity is what makes Aksum so remarkable. Think about the people we have encountered throughout this journey. The farmers who worked the fertile highlands. The merchants who crossed seas and deserts. The craftsmen who carved giant monuments from stone. The rulers who guided a growing kingdom. Most of their names have been lost. Yet they were real. They lived. They struggled. They hoped. They dreamed about the future. And through those ordinary lives, they helped create something extraordinary. There is something deeply moving about that. Because history is, in many ways, an act of remembrance. It allows us to reach across centuries and say, "You lived. You mattered. Your story deserves to be remembered." And few stories deserve that remembrance more than Aksum's. For many years, the achievements of ancient African civilizations received far less attention than they deserved. Modern archaeology and scholarship have helped change that. The more we learn about Aksum, the more remarkable it becomes. A kingdom connected to international trade. A civilization that minted its own coins. A center of engineering, architecture, and culture. A powerful state recognized far beyond its borders. Its story expands our understanding of the ancient world and reminds us that human achievement has never belonged to one civilization alone. As our journey nears its end, picture the ancient city one final time. The sun is setting. Golden light washes across the highlands. The stone giants glow beneath the fading sky. Families gather for the evening. Prayers rise into the cooling air. Life continues. And no one living in that moment knows that their world will one day be remembered as one of the great civilizations of the ancient age. Perhaps that is the lesson hidden within every history. The people who shape the future rarely know they are doing so. They simply live, work, believe, dream. And through those ordinary acts, they leave something behind for future generations. The stars are brighter now. The mountains grow quiet. The ancient city fades into darkness. The monuments remain beneath the night sky, just as they have for centuries. Silent witnesses to a remarkable story. And as we leave Aksum behind, perhaps we carry something valuable with us. A reminder that greatness can emerge from unexpected places. A reminder that forgotten stories still deserve to be told. And a reminder that the past is never truly gone. It lingers in monuments, in traditions, in memories, waiting for someone willing to listen. Before we close tonight's journey, I'd love to hear from you. What fascinated you most about the Kingdom of Aksum? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've stayed with me all the way to the end, leave a crescent moon in the comments so I know you're still here. If you enjoyed this peaceful exploration of history, consider subscribing to Serene Echoes for more journeys into the forgotten corners of our shared past. And now, the fires of ancient Aksum grow dim. The mountains fall silent. The stars continue their endless journey across the heavens. Our story has come to an end. Until next time, rest well and let history whisper you to sleep.